there. I'm just gonna cut that part of the video. So let's get back into it from the start. This is a mod. Let's start now, okay? So this is the actual start of the stream. Whatever happened before this, fake. It's just propaganda. It just didn't happen, all right? So this is the start of the stream, and this is the second map that the Crusader Kings 2 inspired Crusaders mod of AOH2 I'm producing is for. This map is for the migration era, and it focuses on the world on, actually not the world, just the western part of Europe in the year 500 AD, which is exactly 24 years after the collapse, or like more the destruction of the Western Roman Empire. So now that this is done, as you can see, there are a lot of new countries that nobody knows about. Actually, instead of making just a random, like, you know what, no, never mind. I'm not gonna do some, I mean, I am gonna do some historical knowledge spreading, but I'm not gonna search up information on the internet because I just don't trust, you know what, whatever. Ignore what I said. Anyway, yeah, what should we play, boys? So there's a lot of countries here, and since this is a live, you can actually choose for me what I could play. I'm just gonna do something like this, so you guys can see what countries are available, and then you can tell me what country you would like to make me play as. We got a Hail Byzantium. It's nice, but you know, okay, so we got a person saying Saxon. Okay, yeah, I actually should have mentioned this. So Saxland, which is the old spelling of Saxony, I suppose, is peculiar, definitely in the modern day, since you don't really want to say it like that. Bruh, what is this? Play as Saxony, play as Saxland, no old Basileum, Romanorum, Islamic country. I don't have Islamic country in Western Europe in 500 B. Actually, there are no Islamic countries in 500 AD, bro. Like, none. Okay, I think most people want me to play as the Saxland. This is hilarious, because I knew people weren't mature enough to actually take this seriously. So yeah, sure, let's just play as Saxland. I'm gonna pull out the discovery, since I don't really care about it. Okay, first of all, this is like a work in progress map. It's not the major map, so it's basically all for gigs and games, and that is why it's not really important whether we actually have good looking anything. Honestly, it's just bad. It's not at the same level as the other map, let's be honest. There are no cities. There are some weird province borders that look very weird. Like, this is why is there a little square here, and why is this not connected? You'll never know. You'll never know. And we won't never know. Okay, so we have some troops. We have a very, actually, it's a pretty decent economy, honestly. It's not that bad. Let's get the years going by. Okay, let me check. We have our neighbors are the Frisian Kingdom, Amisia, and Bructeria. Okay, so the weakest of these is the Frisian Kingdom, apparently. So I think I will start. But the Frisians, we can form the Anglo-Saxons, which is quite a big formable. And we need lands from everybody to form it, so yeah. Okay, I think this is not gonna be an issue. Let's start by the Frisians and go right at it. So I really like how in this map I took from... Actually, okay, so interesting fact. This map you're looking at is a map that originates from the mod for CK2 called the Winter King mods. How do I get there? Wait, can we build ports? Oh god, I didn't make it so we can build ports. Awful, really awful, man. I have to pass through the emissions, but the emission... Okay, we're already starting greatly, I can say that. How the hell do we get there, bro? We have to really just conquer the emissions just to get to the other side of Friesland. Free Friesland, bro. Free Friesland, for real. Maybe you can just get an ultimatum going here. Yes, that is actually pretty good, honestly. Didn't feel like wasting my entire army on Amisia of all countries, honestly. Since there's a river there, you can actually pass, but you can pass by going south from it. Okay, so we are on the other side of the Frisian river border, And we can capture their little castle here. Right? Yep, no biggie. Pretty easy conquest for the first one, honestly. We're also kingdom ranked, so that's why it's also pretty easy. Yes, I think we can take everything. No, we can't. Okay, we can take most of what we want, so that's good. We don't really need anything else from the Frisians. Okay, so the other troops are still here. I think I'm just gonna regroup them and then attack Amicia. There's a couple turns more, you know, not waste the army we already have. Also, it seems that Bructeria, which is these green boys, actually have pretty good relation with us, over 46 opinion of us, which means it's not gonna be a problem, honestly. But Amicia hates us, so yeah, let's just get into the invasion. Okay, we already finished the movement points, not a big issue, but still. Okay, we're starting to get attacked on the other side of this Ems River. It's I think in the modern day the Ems River is in Germany, right? Not in the Netherlands. I might be wrong though, I don't remember if this is a correct portrayal of the borders of the rivers. Maybe they changed, I don't know. But yeah, we've won the war against Amicia, and it appears that we also have the plague coming now, which is honestly not what I wanted. Do we have to fall next? We can't, so it's not really a problem. Do we? Yeah, we should have gotten at least the other 3 provinces. That's a shame. So I wanted to make sure that we don't have, like, oh man, the plague is starting. I mean, 500 AD and the plague do make sense together, right? Also has, this plague has nice borders, bro. Nice borders of the plague, since they can't actually go here and here, since they're the rivers. Also, it appears Neustria is going, oh my god, it's going ham on their southern border, bro. Oh, I forgot to eliminate the other thing. These guys are just gonna chomp up every fucking province in the south, right? Yep. Oh god, that's it. That's awful. That's awful. Well, not much I can do for it now. We can just keep these Actually, let's disband a couple troops here. You don't really need all of them. So we have Saxland here, and we have to integrate some provinces. Greater Saxland. Let me check how the chat is doing. The plague came very early. I mean, yes, compared to like 1200 something, actually it's later and after. 69th heir of the lost tribe of Israel. He will reunite. Why would I reunite Babylon as Israel? That makes no sense. The Babylonians hated, actually it's the opposite. The Israelites hated Babylon since, you know, if you read the Bible, which is an interesting book, honestly, like even if you don't believe in God or stuff like that, it's still a pretty interesting book by a historical basis. And the Jews were the Israelites, I think that's how you say it, were captured by the Babylonians and brought into captivity. And that's why we basically have like the division of the 2 kingdoms from a historical perspective. Like they divided earlier, but then they were permanently divided since one was basically destroyed by the Babylonians and the other wasn't, which is Judea. The tale of the 2 kingdoms of Israel, like not Israel, but like old Israel, is very interesting from a purely historical perspective. That's how I find myself, actually. And we finished the conquest of Amicia, meanwhile. Pretty nice. What do we have to get afterwards? Man, this is a lot of stuff. We have to conquer Taste. Oh my god. Can we just send an ultimatum to get this single province? It just feels more, you know, cost effective. Oh my god, they actually accepted. That makes it so much easier. One less country to deal with, man. That's great. Integrate the new Saxlands. Let's see what chat says. Babylonians aren't the best, gosh. And Cyrus the Great freed, yep, that's true. We got a historian in chat. Israelite is actually pretty knowledgeable on the history of the Israelites. That makes sense from the names. And yeah, so Cyrus the Great, which was the emperor of Persia, and we don't have it on the map, but it's, you know, Persia is in modern day Iran. Even though in those times it was way larger, since there was the empire of, I think they pronounce it Kazakh, something like this, Kazakh. It was written in a very weird way. It had like one major, like the first letter was an X. And then they had, I think a letter S, and then a letter C, and then a letter A, and then a letter C. It was a weird way of spelling like the Persians. I'm not really sure why it was spelled that way. But anyway, and that was like the name they referred themselves to. But anyway, the Persians, when they actually conquered the Babylonians, they freed the Israelites. And that is why today we have like some Jews, you know, claiming they're still the descendants of those Israelites that were freed from the Babylonians. Which you would, like, it's not necessarily expected to be that way, because those populations had been enslaved for a long time, and it could have been way worse in that period. Okay, so we're finishing up the conquest of the Bructeria, so the Bructeri tribe. I would really love to have a very historical looking map here that could describe what we're doing, honestly, since like this, it's not really, I mean, it's just not as aesthetic, I think. Okay, so we have a couple tribes to still conquer. We have the Rhineland, Westphalaha. Very nice spelling of this old ass name. Okay, so this is Cologne, like it's the modern city of Cologne or Cologne in German. And it's spelled here, since it's old German, like very old German, it's Kolonland, which is, I suppose, and I'm just going for like supposing because I'm not sure and I don't speak German. This means like land of the colony, since the city of Cologne was called that way since it was Colonia in Latin. And the Latins basically called it Colonia, which is colony, because it was like their, wait, let me think. It was like the easternmost Germanic settlement. Wait, no, I'm getting something wrong here. It was like the easternmost settlements. Okay, see, okay, yeah. Easternmost settlement on the Rhine River. Yes, or like the major settlement, something like this. That's why they called it Cologne, which is Colonia. And that is why here is Kolonland, which is just land of the colony. And that makes sense from a historical perspective. And here we are, and that was one province missing. Oh god, I hate when they do this. Where are these? The Westphalians? Yeah, we're killing the Westphalians here. Big Saxland, man. Big Saxland for real. Okay, so now we are encircling the Drainlanders. I have no idea why the Drainlanders are called like that. I just got the info from the Winter King mods. I think something like the drain basin of the Ems River, maybe, or the Rhine River. I mean, it will make geographical sense. Also want to build some fortifications for the Hessengoe people here, since these guys are pretty strong, I believe, like at least compared to everything else we have gone against. So that's why I want to build some fortifications, some watchtowers. Yeah, they have at least 800, maybe even 900 troops here. We're not that strong, just 13 provinces. I mean, if they, oh my god, look at that. Oh lord, what the hell. Mozan, bro. Mozan with her huge ass long snaky arm. Oh my god, this look, it looks like a little legs. This is a feet, and this is a leg, and this is another leg. This is her body, this is her head, this is their, okay, wait, this is a guy. Yeah, okay, so this is a guy, and he has a huge fucking firearm here, like an AK-47. And it's huge, and it's a guy that just has this fucking massive AK-47. This is his head, and this is like his not his shoulder, but his gomito, whatever that is called in English. I don't know. It looks kind of funny to me. Let me check what Neustria is doing. Border guard, that's what they're doing. Oh my god. Okay, so have we integrated the attack from the Taster Band Frisian Coalition? Actually, it's an alliance, which is rarer in this game, definitely. Not a big issue, honestly. We can probably take them with no big attacks, honestly. I'm gonna go swiftly like this, and these guys can actually go directly. Actually, just gonna rest these guys on the border. The capital of these guys is very close. Okay. Okay, I think we got this. So this is like a river thing, so we can pass through this. We need to pass through this since we have this little border here between this thing and this thing. And then we can just capture the last province of the Frisians. It's honestly unfortunate I even had to conquer this, since it's useless from a informable perspective. Not usable land at all. I mean, why refuse it at this point? I'm just gonna take it, right? It would be a shame to not. We also killed the Frisians. That's definitely historically accurate. No more Frisian independence. So I recently watched a video that explained that there was a very long period, actually not that long, but still in the matter of centuries and not years, which basically made the Frisian people, this area of Frisia, independent from the Holy Roman Empire, and this was called the Frisian Freedom Age, where all the little Frisian tribes were free to do whatever they wanted, and they organized in little, like, small societies around cities and other land areas, and they elected a potestat, which is actually a Latin word that we call in Italian podesta, which we had too in our Middle Ages, and they made it so that they could remain independent. And the Holy Roman Empire really did not like these guys being independent, since they felt like an independent power, even if very small and weak, on their border could incite rebellion to all the other peasants and little states of the empire. And that's why they sent the entire fucking Bavarian army to just kill these poor little Frisian tribes here. And were split in like 4 provinces. A reminder that in that era, so like 700 years, actually like 800 years later than this time frame, this area here was filled to the brim with the sea. It was not as big as this. It was even smaller than modern day Netherlands. Like, it was way smaller. The Frisian area just gone like this, something like this, and all this other part was on the sea. It's always very interesting to me how, for some time, there was a huge landmass that was just not there in the middle of Europe. Not middle, but like the western part of Europe. I think a couple of you probably know what I'm talking about. It's Doggerland. Doggerland was a land, well, that's probably obvious, but it was like an island which was originally a bridge from the western part of continental Europe to the British Islands. And it was somewhere here in the Dogger Basin, something, I think. Doggerbank, yeah, Doggerbank, in the Doggerbank. I think its name derives from a type of ship the Dutch used to navigate these areas of the North Sea. But it's, to me, it's just the interesting part is the fact that there was like a huge, I mean not huge, but definitely large island that just existed in the western part of Europe. And you know, it just was there. And it could have had so many cool cultures and things we will never know about because its entire area is just submerged by the sea. I mean, take that Atlantis, man. Who cares about Atlantis? I want to know what the people of Doggerland were doing. That's actually interesting. These guys could have developed into like their own little version of the Celts, of the Celtic people. I mean, it would be so cool. Maybe the Vikings could have come and colonized them and made like a hybrid between the Celts and the Viking, and maybe the Romans would have conquered them like when they were expanding, because if they conquered this area, they conquered Belgium, they conquered Britain, I mean the lower part of Britain, like till here. Why wouldn't they conquer this whole island here? I can't really show it here because, you know, it's not there, but it existed at some point, like I think in 10,000 BCE, maybe even earlier. But at some point for, I think I remember the event that made it die. So basically, in the coasts of the Norwegian areas, since this was in the Ice Age, basically, a glacier fell into the sea and was so big, the effect this glacier had, that the waves from this glacier were so strong, like from the detachment of this glacier were so strong that they inundated submerged the entirety of Doggerland. And for a while there was like a very small pair of islands here, and then they were gone by 7,000 BCE, if I'm not wrong. It's always fascinated me that we could have gotten like this very cool little area in Western Europe, and instead we don't. And we just have to stick with freaking England, mates. That is not even the English accent, that is the Australian accent, whatever. I really like how these little forts look, don't you agree? I took these from the UI of another game. I don't remember which one though. Actually, I might have made these myself. I don't recall. Get some tech, man. We have so bad tech. With 46 tech, we're probably like the lowest of the low. Actually, not really. We're not doing that bad. But that's probably actually because they are dead. How is England doing? The The South Saxons are doing pretty good in the English part. We have to conquer these, right? Yep. Unfortunately, yes. What are we missing in the Germanic area? These guys. Okay. Is Colonland all that remains? Man, these guys are weak. It's probably not even a big issue. Okay, I think we can conquer them now, even before the tech boost. Again, it's a very easy war. Never mind, they actually resisted. That's crazy. Okay, that was easy. Colonland is dead. Very sad. We believed in you, and yet, what a disappointment. Man, this map is so chill, honestly. It's way easier and way chiller than the first map. You don't really have to do anything here, just kind of conquer and just talk and stuff. It's a very chill map. The other one is way more interesting. This one is just like for casual fun and role-playing as fucking Anglo-Saxons, or in this case, the Sax people. The Sextanders, which are just the Saxons. Proto-Saxons, actually. I wonder if the people in Saxony in 500 AT call themselves Saxons. I would not be sure. Wait, if these guys call themselves Saxons, then yes, they definitely call themselves Saxons. That makes sense, honestly. Let's see what chat says. What are you guys talking about, bro? Rip Kolololand. We're starving. What are you talking about? Pursue waterslide camps inhabited of Godland. The population never went up 10,000 in the Mesolithic period. That's interesting, Gigi. Just say Saxons. Yeah, I'm gonna say Saxons. And never surpassed 10,000. Is that true? That makes no sense. I mean, it could have made sense. It was the glacial era, so I suppose that it did make sense that there weren't a lot of people next to the glaciers, of course. Still though, 10,000, that sounds very small, even for 10,000 BCE. I'm pretty sure in the rest of Gaul, so this area here, there probably was at least 100,000, I think. So even, actually that makes sense. From a number basis, I guess. Okay. So we're preparing for the war against the Hessengoe. So this is the thing, when I put this name in this like land, in this states, I had no idea what this translates to. Like Hessen, it's just Hessen, the modern day region of Germany. But what the fuck is Goe? Is that even how you pronounce this shit? This chat is very weird. What are you guys saying, man? Man. Okay, let's actually declare war against Hessen-Gowe. I think we're ready for the final war in Germany, and then we have to move into Britain, just like real life. I mean, they already came to England. You know, still makes sense. Okay, we lost a couple troops, honestly, so that's interesting. But I think we're done. Pretty sure. Okay, so the war with the Hessen-Goweans, or just Hessens? Oh my god. The Hess people is finished. Okay, let me check. Saxland looking very phallic here. Okay, that's weird. I think I'm gonna remove this little bit here. Yeah, just get the Hessen-Goweans out of here very quickly. You can keep whatever land this is. I have no idea what this even is. You got a first vassal, yeah. So since this border is protected, actually every freaking border we have is protected, apart from that one. Since they're all by the Rhine River, which is inaccessible, which is honestly the best case scenario we could have wished for. Wait, do we have a port? Bro, we cannot. Can we not have a port? Oh my god. Please tell me we can have a port. Oh god, we can't have a port. Wait, can we not get to the sea? Is this being whole useless? What? No, please. Don't tell me this is real. Wait, this cannot be real, right? Wait, maybe we can. We just have to. Annex our way into it. Maybe? Is there one single border here that I can pass through? Oh my god, here? Bro, what is this? Oh fuck. How do I even get there? I have to pass through Mosen. Oh my god. Okay, so let me think. These guys don't have a port either, right? Let me check the buildings tabs. Who has a port? Does anybody have a port? Does any of these provinces have a port? Yes, there's a port here. And a port here. And none here or here or here. Which means that I only added ports up to here. Which isn't necessarily bad, since we can get our troops in here. Okay. We'll have to get a lot of conversions here, man. Man. No, please. Don't do this to me, bro. Please. Okay, they accepted peace. That was gonna be horrible, honestly. Have to integrate this to the maximum, so we can actually recruit some troops from it. Actually, generally, we just have to do a lot of conversions or assimilations, whatever. Also, the Kokergau people, oh my god, Kokergau people won here, and the Winger Teiba here lost. Let's see if our favorites AK-47 wielding little man is gone. Well, it lost its legs. They fused in a little mermaid shape with this freaking tumor here. And yeah, no, it's not really looking like a man holding an AK-47 now. It looks like a big Savoy. Like if you eliminate this part on, it just looks like a weird Savoy. Interesting. What about the Neustrians? How are they doing? Still pretty much small pockets like. Let's see what chat is saying. Born Italy and born Rome like the base Saxonians. Push through Amsterdam, thus making it a naval base for the invasion. So Amsterdam is here, and these guys don't have a port, so it will make sense. Right? They don't have a port. Yeah. They they can't, like, actually we can't build a fort here. We can't. Because I'm stupid, and I forgot to add the connection. That's the really only explanation for this. I just hope that the Manslander people will allow me to build a port. And then, okay, so these guys are enough here. I'm gonna build even more. I'm gonna build enough for an invasion of the entirety of Britain just from this little province here. And just because we can pass through the sea here. Now we're gonna have to ask the Mazeland people here to let us pass, of course. Hopefully they accept very quickly. Okay, they accepted, so the plan is going as expected. And now we have to go to the next best thing, which is the Kewo, oh my god, Keweweork people here. Yes, we can do this. Okay, good. The plan worked. The plan worked. Now we have to invade the Keweweork people here. And we have a decent army, so I think we can do it. Port is there. Alright, the invasion of England begins, bros. Finally. So the capital is right here. Shouldn't be a big issue to get it. So my plan here is basically just get this Keweweork people as base, like as a base for future invasions. And then from there we can integrate the land and use them to actually recruit more men, which we can use to attack the South Saxe and unite the Saxon people, making them the Anglo-Saxons, which is our endgame objective since we want to create the Anglo-Saxon realm. Actually, we need to conquer this. Oh no, it's part of Gwent, and they are so strong. Pain, unfathomable pain. Let's get all the people. That was easy. We also get some tech. I forgot about the tech points. Usual, man. Get a couple more. Better. Much better. Okay. So now we got ourselves a decent base in England. Actually, if I don't remember incorrectly, this area of England sucked majorly since it was basically just swamps. For real. It was. Okay, so the integration of the territory started. We have the Dumnonians asking for passage for some unpredictable reason. I think the Saxonian seems like that the latent denomination domain the words are Latin keywords. So yeah, so the mod is in the alpha or beta stage. The mod is neither in the alpha or the beta stage. What you're looking at now is like the second map, which is shitty, and it's supposed to be shitty. The actual mod, so the actual main map is definitely neither in those. It's mostly just like ready to go. I have to add a couple events, and I have to port it to mobile, and then it's pretty much done. I think I'm ready to release it. I think I said Monday, which is true. So now we have to cover up with the Gwent here. I think hopefully my hope here is that since we have such a big amount of money, we can just recruit a bunch of troops here and quickly just take what we want, and they don't bitch about it, and they can just go fuck themselves or something. Okay, the troops are going nice here. Okay. Alright. A lot of wars here. Are these all wars against the Menapians? What? Menapians against... Oh, right, it's just Neustria and all their vassals. South Saxe actually had a non-aggression pact with the Menapians. Well, rip them. Okay, let's get this war with Gwent over. Actually, let's see, maybe they can just accept a little ultimatum. Will make our life very easier. I doubt it'll work though. Not only didn't work, but it made the Dumnonians declare war with Gwentians. Probably has no correlation, honestly. But still, we're gonna take it. It's a pretty good thing that we have some allies now. As long as they keep away from the lands we actually want to take. That could be a problem. Oh, we need to get this first. We need to get this first, right? No, we didn't. Okay, that's good, honestly. Better. We did, so still plus for us. The Lumnonians are going pretty strong, honestly. I already captured a lot of land here. Do we even have to worry? Are the Gwents like that weak? If that is the case, I can just take whatever I want, right? Oh god, we need more war score. Bro, this is awful. What do we need? Like this? I think this is all we need, right? Yep. Yep. Okay. Made it way easier than actually expected. And just better for us, generally. Okay, so now we have 10,000 troops a province. Could be more, and it will be more since I'm gonna keep recruiting here. We want at least to have 1,500 troops a province, I think. That's our goal for now. Let's get all these troops here. Alright. I want to have this war with the South Saxons very swiftly. No major problems or issues. Just a quick war and we'll end the stream, probably. Or not, depending on... Oh, fuck. You see, this is what I talk about. Like, this shit. I don't like it. Maybe we can just peace them out. We are pretty strong. They should accept a peace. Yeah, they did. Who are these, by the way? The Ebrauchian. Oh, guys, these are weak. I don't care. Okay, so now we have a massive army. Saxons against Saxons. Brothers against brothers. Here goes the war against Saxland, or Saxonia, or whatever you want to call it, versus South Sax. Let's check the chat. Imagine, do you write U like V like her? I do that. I do that a lot. That's can Wallachia create Romania? Yanis is asking if I can buff Wallachia. Definitely I wouldn't do it for a subscriber. I'm not that desperate. And the Wallachia forming Romania, I mean the mods I'm working for, like the Crusaders mod, Romania didn't really exist as a concept. Like the union of the two principalities wasn't a thing, so I can't make it Romania. Actually, Romania was the name of the Roman Empire in those times, so I just cannot make it Romania. But I did make it so these guys can form Carpathia, which is basically the substitute for Romania in this case. Kingdom of Carpathia. It didn't exist in real life, but when people had to call the region that modern-day Romania resides in today, in the olden times, they usually called it Romania. They usually called it Carpathia, since they were on the other side of the Carpathian Mountains. That makes sense, so yeah. These guys have a lot of troops. I don't have to, I still have to worry, unfortunately. Oh my god, please leave me alone. Who are these people? Oh, this is actually another Saxon state. I thought all the Saxon states were united with the South Saxons. I guess that was not the case. These guys can't be attacked here, so I just can go like this. And when we reach the river, we have to do it. Oh my god, these guys. Fuck. Okay. Plan. What's the plan? The plan is... This is way too little troops to beat them. The plan is... They hopefully aren't bitches, and they hopefully let me take what I need to take. I don't really need these guys to actually go anywhere, so they can just remain here. But I definitely need these guys to go here. Okay, the plan remains as it did. Fuck, okay, so this is what I was trying to avoid. Okay, these guys can go here, and these guys can go here, and these guys can go here, and these guys can go here. Here, okay. Okay. Alright, no biggie, no issue. These guys can just go here, and these guys can go fuck against... Wow, man, come on. Come on, laddie. Okay, so we have the Anglian lands protected now. We just need to capture this place. And, oh wait, we can. Oh, we have actually have a border. I didn't notice we had a border with them. So I think the conquest just continues without naval invasions. Honestly, overall better. It's a big W for me. Doesn't mean I have to protect myself from other naval invasions. The conquest is going pretty swiftly. We had a couple hiccups here and there, but overall, pretty good. Look at these provinces, man. We're almost there. The capital of the South Saxons is this little city here, and the what I believe to be the marshlands of the... What area is this? Kent? I think this is Kent. The Kingdom of Kent. Petty Kingdom of Kent. Call that a kingdom, I'm gonna die. It's so small, it's so irrelevant. Even though I think there was a period in history that was called the Kent Domination, where Kent was actually one of the major realms of the peninsula. It's just very weird since, you know, this is Kent. This is Britain. How that this was the major realm, I have no idea. I think the period was so bad, it honestly didn't take much to become like the overlord. Okay, so we did conquer all of it. What am I missing here? These guys annexed most of Scotland. Bro, these Saxons for real. So I think I know what I want to do. I doubt they will accept my full annexion. Yeah, they don't. And since I don't want to go through this again, I'll just demand vassalization from them. And I can't even do that. Bro, come on. Okay. I guess naval invading we actually will go. Get these guys and the guys in this little island here. And everybody else becomes on port duty. Okay, these guys can go north. And then we will be invading Scotland too, because England wasn't enough. Chat says, white Italian PCC will ever step on Lego again? Yes, you will, and you will hurt yourself very badly. Get free history lesson and gameplay. Yeah, this is basically what I want to do, honestly. I mean, honestly, my ideal job is to be a college professor for history, so yeah. And I don't like, I like playing map games. It's just a passion I have, and making mods for them. It's just like a little hobby I have. I mean, at this point, it's even monetized, so it's not even a hobby. It's more like a pastime, I guess. Actually, I think that's what a hobby is. Then it's not any of those. Second job, maybe? That's more like it. Okay, the conquest of Scotland is going very swiftly. No issues overall here. We also have a lot of movement points from some reason. I guess these provinces are so poor that they won't really need a lot of movement points to go through. I think that is the case. Okay. Oh my god, who are these? The Girmas declared war against us. Please, Girmas, accept my peace. Yeah, okay, they accept the peace. Okay. Ah, man, that is so close to actually full annexing them. Look at this, bro. Come on. That looks like a joke. Why can't I just full annex them? Wait, do we need all of the provinces here to annex them? Let me check. We don't need these provinces, and these are free. Wait, let me check. Okay, wait. Might be it, guys. It might be it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god! I think we can do it. I think we can actually do it. Oh my god, we did it! We didn't even have to vassalize them. We did it. That is insane. That is crazy. That was long. It took 657 turns. And also, it's almost the same date, which is crazy. But we did it. We conquered both the Saxons and we conquered both the Germans, or at least the North Germans and the Frisians, and the Saxlanders, or the Saxons in Britain. Great, honestly. It means I can form the Anglo-Saxon realm. Nice. Lit color, lit reddish color. It's county. This can just change like this. This won't be available, by the way, in the final product. You obviously won't be able to change these in the manual way. Otherwise, it will be just too easy. Don't you agree? You have to go through the formable process. You know, the one I made the mod for? Yeah, that one. Let's explain in the trailer. Go watch that if you don't know what I'm talking about. Get the last tech points. Let me check our realm on the save screen. Nice. I like how it looks here. Less here, since the border is a bit icky. I think I can fix them by just sending an ultimatum to the Lind Siege people. What is this called, like, modern day? Lind Siege. Lindsay, it's Lindsay, that's what it is. The, like, a city of Lindsay, right? Look at that, it looks nice. You can't say it's bad. It's a good representation of what the Saxon sphere was earlier than this, of course. By 1662, the Anglo-Saxons had actually won against the Brythonics. So all you see here, even up to this river, even up to here, apart from Cumbria, which is this region here, was all part of the big Anglo-Saxon sphere, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't have anything against either of those. But I mean, it's still sad to see like the native population of an area eliminated or like thrown to a little area here, which is Wales. Fan facts. Wait, okay, so I have a fun fact about what the word for Wales means. Wales is not how the Welsh people call Wales. The Welsh people call Wales Cymru. Cymru or Cymru comes from the not Welsh, from the Brythonic and the Roman name for these lands, which was Cimbria. And it's the same name, but I mean, it's the same root for the word of Cumbria, which is the region that is here. So Cymru and Cumbria were all part of Cimbria, which were the Romans, how the Romans called these regions, and that's how they call themselves. But the Anglo-Saxons, or in the modern age, the English, felt that the original inhabitants of the entire island were strangers to them, foreigners. And that's why in Old Anglo-Saxon, the word for foreigner was Wales. And of course, that's what they called Wales. So now the country of Wales, which we still call Wales, just means foreigner. So when you say Wales, you're actually just calling an entire country a country of foreigners. I learned this a while ago, but I was reminded of it from a recent video I watched. I think I'm gonna shout out the person that made it eventually, and it's a very good video. These guys are at war with Gwent. Where are even these Gwents? They are a province in Ireland. Well, that was the last history lesson I'm gonna bring you today. I think I'm pretty tired, it's pretty late at night, and this live has gone on for quite the amount of time. I kinda wish I had a little, like, animations of what I'm talking about when I'm talking about these historical subjects. I feel like it would be a better representation of what I mean. But I can't have anything. I mean, not everything, I guess, right? See what the chat says. I'm in constant suffering. You turn my constant suffering to unjust domestic suffering. Yes, very sad. Something about Wallachia. I'm a big fan. I'm sorry, Pepesio. Bro, it's not that I'm... it's not that you're pissing me off. It's that there literally is no Wallachia, bro. Like, the map just doesn't go there. It's just... it doesn't even end at all of Hungary. Not even all of Croatia. This is the second map. If you want to see Wallachia, well, just tell me and I'll just get the decent map, which is the first map, of course. I don't even have to explain that, honestly, at this point. You see Carpathia, the thing I was talking about earlier, and of course, Muntenia. You Romanians probably know about this, and they're two vassals of Severin and Craiova. And these guys can form their own duchies, both of these, and the duchies can form the kingdom of Carpathia. But I have not chosen a name for the empire that can form here yet. Transcarpathia? I mean, honestly, Transcarpathia is probably the best name. I'll probably choose that one since, you know, trans means through, and so Transcarpathia means through the Carpathians, and therefore, if an empire goes through the Carpathians, it's all this area, which is a probable good size for an empire. Probably means I'll have to exclude the Balaton here area from the Transcarpathian Empire, I think. Well, I think this is it for today. I'll close the live and we can see each other next time. Bye bye.